Hey YouTube, it's Urgo. So this is probably one of the longest in the making videos that I've done here. Well, other than like my 30th birthday video, which took 30. Anyway, over the summer, actually back in June I think is when this first was posted, Kat Natrisi, one of the original Orbiters, used to do a book review every single day, and a lot of the books in there I I heard at least a little about, and I sort of mentally bookmarked it and wanted to go back to it later when I had time to read. I say read because for the most part I don't read books, I listen to audiobooks. So I think it was a couple of months ago when I was going on a long drive, I went back and sort of searched for mystery or something like that in her playlist and came up with these, which was the Millennium series. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, The Girl Who Played with Fire, and The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest. And if you're not familiar with these, it's basically about Lisbeth Salander and Mikael Blomkvist are the two main characters. By the way, it's by a Swedish author named Stieg Larsson, who unfortunately actually died before even the first book was published. Anyway, those are the two main characters. Lots and lots of supporting characters, and the story, I won't spoil anything here because it's really one that you have to read and they tell you things along the way. But without spoiling at least much, Mikael Blomkvist is a reporter for a magazine called Millennium, and Lisbeth Salander is this girl with a dragon tattoo, and she is, I will say, a very computer person. She knows her stuff with computers. And they work together to solve some stuff, and then that's the first book, and then the second one, it gets a lot more into, we'll say, Lisbeth's background story and whatnot. And it's just a really, really good book series. One of the reasons I liked it probably a lot also is just, I'm a very technical person myself, and just the author must have known, he was, by the way, I think a reporter himself, the actual author. So I don't know, I guess he was probably technical as well, because he puts a lot of detail into the technical aspects of it. So that awesome point for me there. I really liked Lisbeth Salander because of that. Anyway, the books themselves, really, really great. I finished those, I think, shortly after I got back from Christmas. I actually listened to the last book all the way down south as I was driving through the blizzard there. But I wanted to wait until making these videos until I also watched the movies. All three books are out in Swedish, and with subtitles in English, and they're actually in the process, I think it's coming out sometime in 2011, making English versions of it as well. And okay, so the Swedish movies, I don't know, if anyone else has seen these, let me know your thoughts on there, but I was just extremely disappointed with the movies themselves, just because well, first off, the books are really, really long books, so I mean that probably tells you something about them. But the movies just like chop things out left and right, which I guess you have to on a long book, but they also change things around a bit and even like got rid of entire subplots and whatnot. So I wasn't happy about that. It felt just awkward, and I really hope that when they do the American version, in English, they do a better job with sort of, I don't know. I mean, they kept the general storyline, well, at least the main themes were the same, but they really did make things a bit different and cut things out, and I don't know, it seemed a bit slow also. The movies also, I mean, they're not short either. It's not like they're an hour and a half. Each of them were over 2 hours, and I want to say around like 2 hours, 15 minutes to 2.5 hours. So these are long movies, and I don't know, it just felt weird that they got rid of so much. So, I mean, if I was going to recommend things, I would say that definitely, absolutely read the books. However, okay, one thing from watching Katrina's video when she was originally reviewing these, she didn't really warn you for this. They are not the most, we'll say, family-friendly books. There's a lot of really graphic violence and sexual things in there, so I mean, be aware of that beforehand if you don't like that, or yeah. Just be aware of that. It's definitely not a family-friendly book. But beyond that, it's really great. I really highly recommend the book series. I would say probably, I don't know, if you really are really into the series, watch the Swedish movies, but if you're not, I don't know, I would say wait and let's see what the American ones are like. Read the books or listen to the audiobooks. I don't know, I love audiobooks. Well, what do you guys do? Do you read actual books? Do you listen to audiobooks, or do you just not read at all? If you have any sort of commute, either in the car to work or on the bus to school or something like that, audiobooks are awesome. And I listen to all sorts of them. I don't know as much anymore because I live from home. Of course I live from home. I work from home, but yeah. Alright guys, this is probably way too long of a review for this series, but like I said, it's been the longest video in the making, at least orbit-wise. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, commenting, liking if you'd like. Yeah, alright. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.